looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mmsweets58to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they'll send Waddle in motion left. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Fighting his way through contact. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Hill going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offensive throwing short and running long.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Samuel complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Off the field, they'll stay put on 4th and 1. Right back to Juszczyk again. And boy, this is going to be close. Mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily none.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. take it inside the 25. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 24 now, here's second down and 8. Chan gets it from the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Waddle the motion man right. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention. Got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
Chequéate que si no le cambiaste los bloqueos en coaching, en agresivo, no es normal que den holding, a menos que no le cambies eso.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. defensively they want to play this?
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Down the right sideline. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second down, Tua. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Steps away to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Motion man is Berrios. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
No va a pasar.
On 1st down, Purdy.
Oh.
Trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
1st down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Buying time to his left. Tua hit and the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the... There he goes, right side. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Jake Moody now for the point after. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
2nd and 6. And they'll run it here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Play action. Now it's Tua on the move to his left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This from 32 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So all things considered, it's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 79 yards. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was because
Wow. Por poco se le cae. No.
That play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th.
Increíble, mano. Yo estaba ahí. Mira para allá. Oh, el defensivo lo agarra. Oh, wow.
Touchdown. Now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage just needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case,
Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 29 yards. And the Niners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
and that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with a lead if they make a play.
Punto importante. Lo consigue. Sí. 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 Sí.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the... And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Brandon Jones picking it off. And they are going to set up shop at the the 40-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything.
And this is caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 40 yards. And the Dolphins have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. That's caught, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Purdy now to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Yo hago lo que no va a pasar, ¿me entiendes? Esto yo lo hago. Aquí.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold running the option left. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12, 1st and 10.
Feliz Navidad. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle motherfucker. Oh. Oh. No lo esperaba. Somos 9.
9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Moody good with the extra
Wow.
point as this gets him back within a touchdown.
Se pega el nieto. Me gusta jugar con fuego.
Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They get set to start the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
In motion right is Wilson. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Oh.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
Toma.
He's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw is Purdy. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Wow.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5
Wow.
interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there,
Increíble. Acaba de pasar.
Because otherwise, you need to get him out and find another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he is going to have a Miami 1st down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This now a 3rd and 4. To throw is Tua.
Oh!
But it's incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So a big one coming down for Jason Sanders. This to perhaps salt this one away. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. This is 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Finding Samuel. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Tyreek Hill on the return. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So it's a win for the Dolphins here. And it was a strong performance by Tua that helped lead the way.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most. And they're going to come away with the victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.